So all are able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So today's topic is pharmaceutical technique of Asava Arista and its clinical importance. First, we'll discuss regarding the pharmaceutical technique of Asava Arista and the importance of the drugs used in Asava Arista. Why it is therapeutically so important. So clear? So pharmaceutical technique of Asava Arista and its clinical importance. So fermentation is a technique of preserving the food and getting the drink. So fermentation is the oldest technique. So in olden days also to make the drinks, fermentation was used. And every day to day life also, when we for make conversion of the milk into curd, that is also a kind of fermentation. And conversion of the food articles. So in while preparing the food articles, fermentation technique is used. So while preparing the bread itself, fermentation technique is used. Yeast is used to prepare the bread itself. And for preparing the idli, dosa and all, so the technique is to fermentation. Fermentation will make the food articles into very different structure it gives. So, but this fermentation technique is used in medicine preparation also. So Asava aristas are classified under the Sandhana Kalpana. Sandhana means keeping the Dravadi Dravya for many days. So Acharya Sharangadhara says, Draveshu Chirakalastam Dravyam Yes Sanditam Bhavet. So keeping a Dravadi Dravya for many days is called as the Sandhana. Without disturbing the Dravadi Dravya in for many days is called as the Sandhana Dravya. Draveshu Chirakalastam Dravyam Yat Sanditam Bhavet. Asavarishta Vedaistu Prochate Beshajachitam Beshajochitam. So Asavarishta Vedaistu Prochate Beshajochitam. So it is so the Sandhana Kalpana Asavarishta are the one of the Veda of Sandhana Kalpana. So Draveshu Chirakalastam. So keeping the Dravya for many days with undisturbedly is called as the Sandhana. So there are many Sandhana Kalpana. Even Madhya is Sandhana Kalpana. Sidhu, Varuni. There are many different Kalpanas. Even Shukta are Sandhana Kalpana. So one among these Sandhana Kalpana, Asava Arista is one of the types of Sandhana Kalpana. So by fermentation is the oldest technique of preparing the food, drinks and medicine. Modern pharmaceutical industry uses this technique to extract the active principles of the drug. Alcoholic, that is ethanol, methanol, acetic extract of herbal drug is already mentioned in Ayurveda in the form of Sandhana Kalpana. So nowadays in pharmaceutical technique, we know all the drugs are in extract form. Even though it is Shastra Viruddha, but the industry is run by extract only. Why means, so raw material price is somewhat low than the extract price. That is, extract price is very high. So 1 kg of, say for example, 1 kg of ST Madhu will cost about 300 to, that is 125 to 300 depending upon the quality. It costs about 300 rupees. After powdering that ST Madhu Churna, it may cost about 350 rupees. But 1 kg of ST Madhu extract is around 2000 to 3000 rupees. It is 10 times more. So for making the money and all, the pharmaceutical company have used this extract technique, even though it is a Shastra Viruddha. Why it is Shastra Viruddha means, so we are in pharmaceutical industry, only the active principle is extracted. So rest all the other materials which is present in the raw material is thrown away. The only active principle is extracted. But that technique is told in Ayurveda itself in the form of Sandhana Kalpana. So methanol, ethanol extract and acetic acid extract, even many are there. Chloroform extract is there, acetone extract is there, then hexane extract is there. So all these extracts are there told in that. Alcoholic extract is already told in the Ayurveda in the form of the Sandhana Kalpana. So this idea is based on the our science, that is Ayurvedic science, to extract the hydroalcoholic principles of a dravya. Hydroalcoholic extract of a dravya. So the Sandhana Kalpana is a very oldest technique used for the Madhya preparation, drink preparation, as well as the medicine preparation. So history of Sandhana Kalpana. Vedic literature has the knowledge of fermentation drink. Somarasa, Surapana are prepared in Vedic period also. Somarasa offered to God and Sura was for human consumed drink. So in Kautilya Arthashastra, fruit juices fermentation products were prepared. So they used to prepare the fruit juice fermentation product, and for that also taxes was given. Taxes was given for the since in Kautilya Arthashastra period. So Brahatrayi described detail about the preparation and therapeutic activity of Madhya, Asava and Arishta. So in Brahatrayi, detailed description of the Asava Arishta is mentioned. So Madhya is the preparation for the drink purpose, whereas Asava Arishta for the medicine purpose. So the Sandhana Kalpana in the form of Asava Arishta used for the medicinal purpose. So medicinal purpose, this technique is used. Whereas in Lagutrayi also, the technique of Sandhana Kalpana is detailedly explained. Sharangadhara Samhita explains in a separate chapter regarding the Sandhana Kalpana. Even in Vaishyaja Ratnavali, Kada Nigraha, there are many Asava Arishta is explained. Preparation method of Asava Arishta. So Apakva Aushadha Siddha Madhya is known as the Asava, whereas Kvata Siddha Madhya is the Arishta. So both are the Madhya Kalpana only, but the one which is prepared without heat, that is Apakva Aushadha Siddha Madhya, is known as the Asava. One which is prepared the Kvata, that is after the Dravya is heated in the form of the Kvata, then it is converted into Madhya Kalpana, is the Arishta. So depending upon the ingredient, Madhya, Asava, Arishta terminology is given. Madhya is used for alcoholic drink and Asava, Arishta are the Madhya preparation with medicaments. But other Sandhana Kalpana such as Sidhu, Varuni, Chukra are used as both drink and medicines. General rules for method of preparation of Asava Arishta. So there are, while preparing the Asava Arishta, even though depending upon the technique or dravya, the technique will varies. So as per different dravyas, Kanaka Arishta method is different, Drakshasava method is different, and Kanaka Bindu Arishta method is different. Then the Ashwagandha Arishta preparation method is different. But there is individual different slight variation in the technique, medicine preparation is there. But there is a general rule for preparing the Asava Arishta. That is Dravadravya should be 1 drona, Guda or Sharkara should be 1 tula, Madhu is half tula, Prakshepaka Dravya is 1/10 part of the, that is Guda, 1/10 part of the Guda or the Dravadravya, it is taken for the Prakshepaka Dravya. So here, so what we'll find out is Guda and Madhu are added in the Asava Arishta preparation. So without the sugar content, Asava Arishta is not at all possible. So without the sugar content, Asava Arishta is not at all possible. So Dravadravya should be taken in 1 drona pramana, Guda Sharkara should be taken in 1 tula pramana, Madhu should be taken in half tula pramana, Prakshepaka Dravya is 1/10 part. That is 1/10 part of the Dravadravya can be taken for the Prakshepaka Dravya. So Guda, if some reference is there, Guda and Dravadravya should be taken in equal quantity. Some reference is there, that is Guda and Dravadravya should be taken in equal quantity itself. But when equal quantity is taken, it become very thick, very thick. So Acharya Sharangadhara has told that is Dravadravya for 1 drona pramana, Guda Dravya is half tula pramana is told. So here sugar content is the must and should, because without the sugar, alcohol generation is not at all possible. That how we'll come to know in the preparation fermentation process. We'll come to know that without the sugar, alcohol is not at all possible at all. So it's the general rule for the Asava Arishta preparation. So requirement for the Asava Arishta. Requirement for Asava Arishta. So first is that there are total 9 requirement is there for Asava Arishta. So Dravya, first one is the Dravya, Madhura Dravya, Sandhana Dravya, प्रक्षेपक द्रव्य, संधान पात्र, पात्र संस्कार, संधान क्रिया, संधान स्थल, संधान अवधि. So these olden technique also we'll discuss, and modern nowadays which we can prepare in the clinic itself or in home itself, that technique also we'll discuss, and the industrial technique also we'll discuss regarding these points. So first is the dravya point. So there are these 9 procedure or 9 requirements is must and should for the preparation of asava arista. So first is the dravya point. So dravya is, that is, asava arista are the hydroalcoholic extract of the drug. Asava arista nothing but the hydroalcoholic extract of the drug. Only such drug will come into asava arista their alcohol soluble extractive value is high. So this alcohol soluble extractive value is, will find out the standardization of the drug. So which drug is having more alcohol soluble extractive value, which drug is having more water soluble extractive value. So that we will analyze in the while standardizing the drug. So those drug which alcohol soluble extractive value is high, so that drug only will come in the asava arista preparation. So not all the drug is, not all we cannot convert it into asava arista preparation. So for example, pippali kashaya and pippalyasava. Pippali kashaya and pippalyasava. Pippalyadi gana kashaya if you are prepare, pippalyadi gana kashaya, same asava arista if you convert. So there Pippalyadi asava arista is more potent than the Pippalyadi kashaya, because the amount of piperin is the active principle present in the pippali, maricha, and even piper beetle leaf also. So there piperin is the active principle. So amount of piperin which comes in water is less, that is, and in asava arista the amount of piperin which comes in asava arista is more. So that's what Pippalyasava is more potent. So we can test this itself. So take a pippali, put it in any asava arista, or then you taste it. It is more pungent taste will be there. More pungent taste will come. More katurasa will get it in the asava, Pippalyasava. Whereas in kashaya will comparatively less katurasa will be there, because piperin alcohol, that is pippali alcohol soluble extractive value is more. So piperin is more soluble in the asava arista. So same thing. So this technique, this knowledge is our acharyas had the above knowledge. So they have mentioned the 9 asava yoni. So only these 9 asava yoni, asava arista can be prepared. So there are 84 asavas are told in the Charaka Samhita, 25th chapter. There are 84 asava dravyas are told. Out of that, 9 asava yoni are told. So why this asava yoni is told means, so these drugs will come more in the asava arista form. So the extractive value is comes more in the asava arista form. That's what 9 asava yoni is told in the Charaka Samhita. So there Sharkara, that is 1 number is told, Patra 2 number is told, Kanda, that is 4 number is told, Twak 4, Dhanya, there are 6 Dhanyas are told, Pushpa, 10 different Pushpa asavas are told. Then Moola, 11 Moola asavas are told, Sara, 20 asavas are told, Phala, 26 asavas are told. So there are highest, that is 26 asavas are told in the Phala. So even Triphala, that is Phalas are told. So there Triphala, that is even the Abhayarista is there. So their amount of the tannins present in the Abhayarista is more than the Haritaki Kashaya. Haritaki Kashaya, there is 40% is there. 40% is the extractive value of the Haritaki. Whereas same Haritaki, if you keep it in alcohol or hydroalcoholic extract, if you keep it, you will get the more than 50%. So amount 10% is more in the asava arista form. That's what the phalasava are highest in number. So, but in that there is no bija or bija taila, niryasa or kshira, that is latex is not at all told in the asava yoni. Why? Because when fatty acids are not at all soluble in the alcohol media. Fatty acids are not at all soluble in the alcohol media. Even though it comes in the alcohol hydroalcoholic extraction, it forms a separate layer. it collects above the Asavarishta layer, and it will not mix with the Asavarishta itself. So there is no bija or bija taila is not all mentioned. There is no the tila asava is not all there in the asava yoni, because the tila contains the tila taila, that is fatty acids present in the tila. So that is the active principle in tila taila. So it will not at all come. So even in modern science, sesamin and sesamolin are the two active principles present in the tila. It is not at all, it will not come in the alcoholic extract. So therefore, to extract the sesamin and sesamolin, so there is a different technique is there. So even though it will come in the alcoholic media, it will not at all mix with the alcohol extract. It will become separate only. Whereas other drugs are there, that is draksha. So draksha comes on the phala. So draksha is which will come in the alcoholic extract. So nowadays, so we'll come to know many medicines are prepared from the draksha, grape seed extract or grape skin extract, grape extract. So these medicines are they are claiming in industry, they are claiming as they are the raktavardhaka dravya, or they are used for the varicose vein, or they are used for the say protective medicine for the cardiac disorders and all, because they are raktavardhaka. So even in Ayurveda also, drakshas were told as the raktavardhaka, deepana, pachana and all. So why means, so this draksha contains the resveratrol is the one of the ingredient, resveratrol, and it is the anthocyanin also is there in the draksha. So these anthocyanin and resveratrol will come under the asavarishta form. So hydroalcoholic extract, it will extraction value is more. So the same, this technique is already known in the Ayurveda also. That's what the phalasava is more compared to the bija taila or nidyas or kshira. So yeah, there is no snuhi kshira asava is not at all possible, because the latex will not be soluble in alcohol extra at all. So that's what our acharyas are not at all told the bija, taila, kshirasava and all. Whereas sharkara, patra, khanda, twak, dhanya, pushpa, moola, sara and phalasavas are told. So this knowledge of extraction was there in the ancient period itself. So next point is madura dravya. So major, that is sweetening agents are guda, sharkara and honey in the asavarishta preparation. So as per Acharya Sharangadhara, Dravadravya is already told, it is a repetition. If guda is used in equal quantity, it becomes more thick and the amount of sugar content becomes toxic to the yeast. So if that is the guda should be taken in 1 tula pramana. If same as the dravadravya, 1 drona pramana if guda is taken, so asava fermentation will not be proper, because so it will become more toxic to the yeast or fermenting microbes. So 30 to 40% of the sugar content is better for the fermentation. So dravadravya, guda, madhu, if you mix it, it will reduce, the sugar content will reduce to 30 to 40%. So that 30 to 40% will be the best ideal for the fermentation technique. So even in modern science also, complete sugar only will not able to convert. So if you keep sugar and if you add the yeast, so that yeast will not convert the sugar into alcohol form. Or if you keep a jaggery complete and add some amount of yeast to that, so that yeast will not able to convert the jaggery into alcohol form, because jaggery sugar contains more than 80% of the carbohydrates or glucose content, more than 80%. So the more than 60% or 80% is toxic to the microbes. The microbes will not able to convert that. So only 30 to 40% of the sugar content is easily microbes can convert it into alcohol preparation. So it is their enzymatic action will take place. So microbes will release an enzyme. So that enzymes will convert the sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide form and water form. Alcohol, carbon dioxide and water form. So if more amount of sugar is there, so microbes will not able to convert that. So the technique is same technique is used in the sugar syrup or any herbal syrup form or mineral syrup form. So the syrup is contains more than 80% of the sugar. So the more than 80% of sugar will protect the syrup from microorganisms. Any microorganisms such as salmonella, yeast, and even the staphylococcal or any other, that is asparagus microorganisms which is present in the environment or even in the even hand also, even in patra also, these microorganisms will present. So these microorganisms will ferment the any dravya, though that fermentation itself is, we'll call it as putrefaction. So in that fermentation we call it as putrefaction. So that is the that will make the spoiling of the any medicine, whereas 80% of sugar will not able to convert that to making happen to putrefaction and all. So but this technique is when we mix with the equal amount of guda, madhu and everything, and we'll add the dataki pushpa and or yeast in that, so the fermentation will not occur. So together this combination will reduce the sugar content to 30 to 40%. That is the ideal technique for fermentation. So fermentation is nothing but glucose is converted into ethanol. That is the fermentation technique. So this conversion of glucose into ethanol is done by the yeast enzyme. Yeast enzyme will help to convert the glucose into ethanol. So it is a byproduct of the yeast enzymatic activity. So among the yeast there are many microorganisms also is there. So yeast is the safest one. So yeast is the food or food grade microorganism, or it is used for the food purpose also. So while baking the in bakery also yeast is there, yeast is used. While preparing the bread, yeast is used. So whatever the byproduct which comes from the yeast is not harmful for the human purpose. It is not harmful, whereas any other microorganisms also is there. Salmonella group of microorganism is there, Clostridium group of microorganism is there, and even the other microorganisms, that is asparagus group of microorganisms are there. So their byproduct is more about the methanol will come as a byproduct sometimes, and toxins will come as a byproduct along with the alcohol. Some amount of toxins also will come in asparagus species of microorganisms. So that asparagus species of microorganism toxins are very fatal to the human body. So that kind of microorganisms byproduct is not all useful. Only yeast enzyme micro byproduct, that is ethanol, will useful for the human consumption. So that is fermentation technique. It is nothing but simple conversion of the glucose into ethanol form. So that is in Ayurveda it is called as sandhana dravya. For sandhana dravya, guda and madhu is added. So that is the sugar content. Guda contains the glucose, honey contains the fructose. So this glucose, that is sugar content, is reduced into ethanol formation. That's what it is called as self-generated alcohol. Self-generated alcohol, and carbon dioxide is released rate. Carbon dioxide is released while conversion of the glucose into ethanol form. So that technique is called as the sandhana dravya, sandhana preparation. So next point is sandhana dravya. So to initiate the fermentation, dhataki pushpa, madhuka pushpa, sura bija, that is the end part of the already fermented product. It is end part of already fermented product. It is called as sura bija are used. So for first time preparation, we can use the dhataki pushpa and madhuka pushpa for the fermentation. So after that, so yeah, after complete fermentation, so while filtering, so some amount of filtrate, last part, what the slurry part will get, it is called as sura bija. We have to keep it and preserve it in a glass bottle. So that sura bija itself is, we can use it for the other alcohol preparation. So for preparing the first time alcohol preparation, we can use the dhataki pushpa. So then next time we can use the sura bija, or if dhataki pushpa is available, then you can use the dhataki pushpa or madhuka pushpa. Then they contain the natural yeast which can initiate the fermentation. So dhataki pushpa would Lycopodium fructicosa. So it contains the natural yeast. Even the Maduka indica, that is Maduka pushpa, contains the natural yeast. So their nectar contains the natural yeast. So this natural yeast is useful for the human consumption. So there is no other microorganisms in the Maduka pushpa and Dhataki pushpa. So there is no Salmonella group, there is no Asparagus group, but it contains the natural yeast which can be added into the Sandhana Dravya. So but nowadays this Maduka pushpa, Dhataki pushpa is not all added. Directly the yeast is added into the Asava Arista. Along with that urea is added. It is a nitrogen, it is a nitric compound. It is a kshara. Urea is one among the kshara. Urea is added into the Sadhana Dravya, that is alcohol preparation. So 1000 liter, 1500 liter of Sandhana, that is Asavarishta, is prepared in the industry. So they can't wait for 3 months or they can't wait for 1 month and all. So in fermentation to initiate, it will take around 3 to 4 days. Naturally, if it is prepared, it will take around 3 to 4 days. If large quantity of fermentation we have to prepare, means it may take 10 days itself. So industry cannot wait for a long time and all. So add for urea yeast directly they add the urea and yeast. So this urea and yeast sometimes causes the gastric irritation. So it is a kshara dravya. And benefit of adding urea is, so amla, that is a reference in Sushruta, amla and kshara dravya converts it into madura rasa. Amla rasa and kshara rasa converts it into madura rasa. If at all the Asava Arista is very amla rasai forms, sometimes very amla rasai forms, sometimes some amount of acetic acid is formed in the Asavarishta preparation, so it causes the amlata. So that amlata is not all useful for the Asavarishta. So the addition of the urea will reduce the amlata in the Asavarishta. Even some will add the tankana itself, directly tankana they will add, but that will causes the gastric irritation in the Asava Arista. But naturally prepared Asava Arista should not cause us the gastric irritation, unless it should increases the Deepana Pachana, because the Madhya is small amount of Madhya is Deepana Pachana. It is act as a carminative. But same natural Asava Arista should increases the Deepana Pachana. Even Asava should be Madhurasa Pradhana Dravya. Asava is Madhurasa Pradhana Dravya. Drakshasava should not irritate the gastric mucosa. Unless it should be Madhura Rasa Pradhana Dravya, it should increases the Agni. But nowadays, addition of urea and addition of the other Kshara Dravya will increases the gastric irritation of the Asava Arista. We have to be careful while practicing the Asava Arista. So if at all is complaining or patient is complaining Asava Arista, by taking the Asava Arista, so next day he complains about the vomiting sensation or the nausea sensation. So that time we have to dilute the Asava Arista. So add 1 TSP or add the 3 to 4 times extra water that and then administer. So it will reduce the gastric irritation while consuming the Asava Arista. So next point is Prakshepaka Dravya which are added afterwards called as Prakshepaka Dravya. So in Asava Arista, whereas in first Asava, first is the Swarasa or Himakalpana can be made into Asava Arista. They are not without Agni. Without Agni, Swarasa and Himakalpana, we can make it into Asava Arista. If the same Dravya, if it is boiled, then it will become the Arista. In Dravya, it will become Arista. So first we are adding the dravya, that is in which our main content, that is dravya, we are adding, that is swarasa or hima, we are adding that in Asava. After that, it is guda is added and honey is added in that, and it is stirred well. At last, prakshepaka dravya is added and it is stirred well and it is kept for undisturbedly. And dhataki pushpa is added at the last and it is kept undisturbedly. So prakshepaka dravyas are added after the main addition of the dravya, that is guda, that is dravya, guda and honey, madhu is added. After that, prakshepaka dravya is added. So tvak, patra, Ela, Nagakeshara, Trikatu, many are there, even Agaru are there, many Prakshepaka Dravya. So depending upon the formulation, Prakshepaka Dravya slightly varies. So Twak, Patra, Ela, Lavanga are the commonest Prakshepaka Dravya which is added to the Asava Arista. So these drugs are having Tikshna Guna, which increases the Deepana Pachana action. These drugs are having Tikshna Guna, which increases the Deepana Pachana action. So Asava Arista is a polyherbal formulation in which every aspects drug is formulated. That means one is the main drug, second one is the guda or honey, so sugar content drug, so which can able to convert the that is sugar into alcohol form, that is the main dravya, that is biomass. Then is the Prakshepaka Dravya. So Prakshepaka Dravya will helpful for the Agni Deepanartha, and whereas this Agni Deepana and Pachanartha. So this Agni Deepana and Pachana will helpful for absorption of the drug. So absorptions of the main drug in more quantity. So I can give an example for this. So nowadays a new technique has come in modern pharmaceutical industry also, and even in Ayurvedic pharmaceutical industry also. But it is a just modification of our own technique itself, our own classical technique itself. So nowadays for any drug, slight amount of, that is 1 mg or 5 mg of ginger extract or a pippali extract is added to that. So any antibiotic is there or any vitamins or slight is there. So slight amount of ginger extract or pippali extract is added to that. So these ginger extract and pippali extract will increases the bioavailability of the drug. Means the absorption of the drug will increase slightly increase by the addition of the pippali and ardraka in that, or ginger extract in that. So there is a study is that piperine will increase the bioavailability of the drug. Bioavailability of drug is enhanced by the piperine. So our Prakshepaka Dravya contains the pippali or maricha in that. That is an ingredient, piperine is there. Even Twak is there, Patra is there, Nagakeshara is there. So the active principle present in Twak, Patra, Ela, Nagakeshara will increases the absorptions of the main drug. So some Asava Aristas are given as Anupanartha. In clinical practice, some Asava Arista is given as a Anupanartha. So this, while taking the Anupana, this drug will increases the bioavailability of the which is the main drug. That's what the Prakshepaka Dravya will one advantage of Prakshepaka Dravya is it gives the color, it gives the odor, and it gives a taste to the Asava Arista. So Asava Arista has a particular peculiar taste, odor, and color. So the Prakshepaka Dravya will give the color, taste, and odor. Along with that, it is the Tikshna Guna and Deepana Pachana Guna of Prakshepaka Dravya will increases the bioavailability of the drug. So turmeric extract curcumin is hardly absorbed in the body. There is a study has happened, and that is turmeric extract, that is curcumin, is rarely absorbed in the body. So addition of piperine or pippali into the turmeric will increase the bioavailability of the turmeric or curcumin in the body. So our drug is formulated in such a way that all the aspects will come in the single formulation only. So there is a main drug, so in which asavarista is we have to prepare. So there is an biomass where it can be converted into alcohol form, or there is an absorbable drug. So all these drugs are, so we have in single formulation itself. So this kind of formulation technique will come in the Vati Kalpana also, or even Churna Kalpana also. So this formulation technique will be there. So Sitopaladi Churna, if you take it, so their main ingredient is Talisa Patra and Sitopala and Vamshalochana and all, but other ingredients also is there, Twak, Ela, Patra. So even though they are Kafahara, but these along with the Kafa Sedana and Kafahara, these will help to absorb the main drug. So even in Vati Kalpana is there. Say for example, Lavangadivati. So Lavangadivati contains the Lavanga, Babbula, Niryasa, and Twakpatra, and all is there in that. So the other ingredient, which is even though we are adding in minor quantity, helpful for the absorption. So our formulations are made in such a way that it can cover the all the aspects in the body. It can cover the all the aspects in the body. So that we are describing in the guna form. So guna karma form we are, but the main aim is to get the main drug or get the therapeutic activity properly in such a way that our formulations are prepared. So addition of the Prakshepaka Dravya in Asava Arista will increases the its therapeutic bioavailability aspects. So not only color, taste or odor, but also it increases the therapeutic efficacy.